I just want to start off this video by saying I'm so sorry. I keep having the intention of having weekly videos and I keep fucking getting so busy. I keep getting so busy and just not doing it, but I'm sorry. We are actually finishing this Q&A from 2 weeks ago today being the 17th of November. So if this video chops and changes a little bit, I'm sorry. I'm at 22 weeks out, or 21 and 6 days, weeks out of my IFBB debut, and I'm so excited. So this video is going to be a mix of my rest day and a little bit of a Q&A, but I'm going to continue the questions because I got through 3 of them and then my life literally got flipped upside down. Okay, I'm gonna cut here. We're gonna go back in the past and go through this video as per normal, but I will be finishing the Q&A right here as well. Good morning, beautiful people. I'm in the car, in the car park of EMF, about to go in. We're gonna spend the day together today. It is my rest day from the gym, and I thought it would be good for us to come along, see what I do. So I got ready for work this morning. It is about 4:47, so I'm about to go into work for my first couple clients. Then I've got a bit of a break between 7:30 and 9:30, so I thought we could hang out then. I think I'm gonna do like the recovery boots, the ice bath, sauna, that type of thing. Do like a bit of a recovery session on my rest day because I don't have to train, so I've got a little bit of extra time. So come along for the ride. It's going to be a great day and it is beautiful out here. It's currently 24 degrees and stunning. All right, gonna go in for my first couple of clients, but I'll see you very soon. Right, it has been a great morning of work. I'm sitting here with my cheese toastie, first meal of the day. I've had some electrolytes and a coffee, as you guys would have seen. It's 7:30, I've had 3 clients this morning, and now I'm chilling. I've got some like phone work to do. I'm gonna try and smash out as early as I can so I can actually rest and recover and treat this recovery day like a recovery day and make some YouTubes. So, cheers to that. I'll see you on a walk with Savannah very soon anyway. So hot. It's actually like 32 degrees here. Let's check the weather. 32 degrees here, and I couldn't take it in my car any longer. So I've got my blanket. I'm sitting in a park, and we're gonna answer some of these Q&A questions. I've got a call in 30 minutes, so we're gonna speed these through, and I'm just gonna check if my audio is working on this camera. I don't think this is gonna work. The wind keeps picking up and making a bad sound on my camera, and I don't have the fluffy thing that goes on the mic, so we might have to bail. But I've had a Mount Franklin sparkling water. We tried, guys. Okay, at least the audio will be better. We we are going to do a little bit of a Q&A today. I asked my Instagram to ask questions, all things food, training, prep, etc, etc. So we're going to be dropping the bombs today. Okay, so my food. You've seen my food today. I honestly, over the weekend, I filmed what I eat in a day, or my meal prep, what I'm meal prepping, and I wanted to get all fun and creative with my meals. So I made like a stir fry with noodles, which is so random. I never have noodles. I never have noodles at all. And then I also made like a potato salad, which was good, but I just feel like I shouldn't have changed up my nutrition. So I actually gave my stir fry away to Keelan. I meal prepped my stir fry and I was like, this isn't it. And then I changed all my meals back to what I ordinarily eat. I was talking to a colleague today and I feel like the less exciting my meals are, the less cravings I have. So I actually really like to stick to really basic nutrition, particularly through a prep. So then I sort of get used to really basic foods. Basic foods really digest well. I find they sit well in my tummy, and I also get all the maximum benefits. So basically I stick to quite whole foods. Yeah, that's pretty much it. For the most part, I stick to quite whole foods. The only thing outside of that I'm having at the moment is like sourdough bread. So for breakfast, I'm having a ham cheese toasted sandwich on sourdough because it's something that I can really quickly eat and it doesn't take too much time to consume. I have it quite calorically dense. I have cheese and some onion relish on it, which is so yum. That's my one meal that is very easy to eat, quick to eat, quite palatable, quite tasty. So I just smash that. Then for my mid-morning snack, I have like a massive fruit bowl. So you would have seen that today. I had apple, pineapple, and nectarine today. Didn't realize that nectarines weren't in season, and I spent like $9 a kilo or something ridiculous on them. Oops. And for my lunch meal, I had chicken thigh today, which is a bit wild from chicken breast. That was my my splurge. Got chicken thigh, rice, and peas and broccoli, which is good. And then for my dinner, I'll have steak, potatoes, and salad, which is my normal meals. I'm actually really, really enjoying my meals. They are tasty, they fuel me, and I feel really, really good on them. So I'm going to keep them that way. I'm not going to do fancy meal prep, so remind me next time I want to get funky with my meals. It's just not a vibe. It's just not it. I've nailed the basics work, the basics make me perform good, so I'm going to stick to them. So that's my food at the moment. Honestly, it's quite boring, but I like boring. Boring's also really easy to meal prep. Time efficient, and we're all about productivity here. Next question I've got here is best exercises for glutes. Now, I think overall there are some things that are really, really important for glute growth that are outside of exercises. First of all, eating enough food for muscle growth, eating enough protein for muscle growth. So making sure you're having like 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight. So for example, if I weigh 60 kilos, I'm just gonna do the math here. 60 kilos times 2.2, I would have 132 kilograms of protein in my diet. So outside of your exercises, making sure you are eating enough food and eating enough protein, particularly for muscle growth, for muscle repair. Then exercises that are best for glute growth, anything lower body, I'm going to say challenge your intensity. Intensity is one of the biggest factors that I found contributed to my glute growth this year. I literally had a pancake booty at the start of the year, and now it is November and I've got a dumpy, and I kid you not, like it's purely from, I didn't change my exercises at all. I just purely changed my intention behind my lower body training. I just trained super hard. I got to where I thought I would stop, and I did 5 more every single day, every single week, every single month for the past year. I committed so much time to choosing the hard in my lower body days, and I can't even explain how much progress I made purely from that. But exercises for glute growth. When I write a glute day, best exercises for glute growth. So when I write a lower body day, I will always have a hip hinge, a hinge variation, a lunge variation, a squat variation, and an abduction movement. So what I mean by a hip hinge, that might be something like a Romanian deadlift or a glute focused back extension. Those types of movements, we are hinging from the hips. We're focusing on bending through that hip position. They're great to challenge your glutes. We want to be working them in that lengthened position, which is exactly what you're doing in a hip hinge. Then we also want to work them in a squat position. So things like your barbell back squat, things like a hack squat, things like a Smith machine squat, all those squat variations, I always love to include a squat variation. Then also a lunge variation. So things like your Smith machine reverse lunges or your front foot elevated split squat or your single leg press. Those types of things are glute focus step ups. Those types of things are your single leg variations, which I absolutely love. And then also including like machine abduction or like a cable hip abduction, they're great as well. So if I was riding a lower body day, I would do, for example, I would do Romanian deadlift, barbell back squat, then I would do a front foot elevated reverse lunge, a machine abduction, glute focus back extension, and then that would be the day, or seated leg curl at the end or something like that. That would be a great lower body day that would help you build overall lower body strength, but in particular your glute strength. My nighttime routine. Someone asked me for my nighttime routine. I'm gonna have to do a full video on it. I get up super early, so to have energy in the morning, I make sure I go to bed super early. So my nighttime routine actually starts probably, I finish work around like 4 or 5, and then I will have dinner between 5 and 5:30, make my dinner, have my dinner, eat my dinner, and then from 5:30 to 6:30 I might be finishing off my steps or connecting with my partner Keelan, or watching a TV show. From 6:30 onwards, 6:30 to 7:30, I do like to have my phone off, my laptop off, lights dimmed in my house, so like having like lamps on. I've got like a couple of salt lamps, so I turn off all the main lights and just have those like little lights on throughout the house, and then I go to bed in bed by 7, asleep by 7:30. Grandma life, that's going to be a little bit more challenging as the nights get lighter. At the moment it was getting dark around, you know, like 6 o'clock. Now it's like 6:30, so we are probably going to have to push to go to bed while it's still light. Love that for me. Oh my god, it's so hot that my camera just overheated. So we will film the rest of the questions later. But I'm going to come back with my eyebrows done. So stay tuned. My eyebrows are going to be looking fabulous because I'm actually going to a wedding next week. So I'm making sure all my beauty appointments are done. This nail needs help. My eyebrows need help. So we're going to get our beauty appointments done as well during this day. I've got to go to my call anyway. So I will see you later on for the rest of these questions. Bye! So we are currently 22 weeks out, which is so exciting. My protocols, I don't know if they've changed, but my protocols are currently 5 days training. I'm still doing 2 20-minute cardio sessions on the elliptical. That was my choice purely for enjoyment, not necessarily for anything other than my own enjoyment yet. My cals are at 2,222 calories. And I've got 130 protein, 290 carbs, 60 fats, and 30 grams of fiber. My meals at the moment are a ham, cheese, sourdough toasty for breakfast. I have a fruit bowl for like a snack, and then I also have an LCM bar, and I've actually got a little Twix treat. That's like really my only sweet ones. I have a coffee in the morning. I'm actually drinking long blacks now for choice. I also have a milky coffee in the morning, but sometimes if I'm out, I will get a long black, which is so wild. Very unlike me. If you spoke to me like literally, actually like 2 months ago, I would have said I will never not have my coffee milky. If I have to have a long black, I would just go without coffee, which is so crazy to think, because now I have long blacks and I actually enjoy them. Crazy. And my food, yes, so I have the coffee, and then I have chicken and rice for lunch. And I'm actually just changing to a beef taco bowl for dinner, which is so yum. So they're my meals at the moment. Food's going well, food's fine. Honestly, I'm just doing the thing. Considering I've been in a deficit for 9 weeks now, I haven't had a refeed or anything yet. I haven't been fussed with food at all. I've been actually cruising and I'm still again at like 2,200 calories. So I'm not struggling yet. Hi. Okay, so our next question is, how do I motivate myself every day? And I love that this question was asked because I have had the most fucked week over the past week. Like, I have been running off fumes, waking up at 3 a.m., going to bed at 8:30 p.m., just going and getting so much done. In those days, I will have like 16-hour work days. Like, it's been absolutely crazy, but I've managed to get everything done. And I think the key to staying motivated or just doing the thing is just not giving yourself another option. And this is something that I have been talking to like my clients and stuff. Being motivated comes and goes, but being disciplined or being devoted to the life you want, that should be forever. I've been talking about the idea of people negotiating their non-negotiables, which is so silly because they're non-negotiables because you should do them every single day. When you're feeling motivated, when you're not feeling motivated, when you want to, when you don't want to, when you're tired, when you're happy, when you're sad, everything, you should still be able to tick off those non-negotiables. And if you are negotiating on them, they aren't truly a non-negotiable. So I would say, what are you bargaining with yourself? Like, where are you letting yourself down? Where are you not ticking the boxes on a daily basis? Because if this fucked week has taught me anything, it's that you can still do the thing and you can still do it tired. I just don't give myself an option to say no. Every time I want to make an excuse, I want to complain, I want to not do the thing, that's just not an option. So I don't really have a choice. Any other choice, because this is my life and I get to choose how I show up every single day. So I'm going to choose to show up even if I'm tired, with a good attitude, with a good energy, and with a good approach. So if that's something to take away, just do the thing and just try to show up and do your best, because this is your life. No one's making you do anything. Every single choice you make is yours, and that's a freaking blessing. We live in Australia. Oh, I live in Australia. Don't know where you guys live, but we live in a beautiful world of opportunity, and you can choose to see it like that. Another reason why I'm so happy, because I'm so grateful for the hard work I've done to get to where I am today. Okay. Why is this prep? This is my next question. Why is this prep so different to the last prep? Okay, this prep is absolutely freaking incredible. There's a couple of things that stand out as reasons why. First of all, I had a really successful off season. I became obsessed with training. I became obsessed with progressive overload. I became obsessed with eating food, maintaining this lifestyle in my off season. And I went back with my old coach and we just gel really well. I feel really supported. I feel really motivated. I feel really pushed and encouraged by him. And everything over the past 12 months has been so successful. And that's why starting this prep has just been such a breeze. I actually didn't even mean to start prep. I was entering into like an 8-week mini cut, 6 to 8 week mini cut. And then I was like, you know what? I feel ready to prep. And so we decided to prep. So successful off season is the number one. Also, just where I am at in life, I feel so stable. Business is good. I'm living in one spot. I'm not moving around. Last prep, I was like living in Bali, prepping in Bali. And that just was not very stable. Now I'm stable. My relationships are stable. My coaching is stable. My business is stable. All of the aspects of my life are stable. So then I can introduce something like a prep and put 110% into it. Also, because of how business is going and how I'm documenting it, everything like that, I feel like my workload is challenging, but it's also very manageable outside of last week. Last week was just cooked. But yeah, it's all going really well. So they're the two factors that I would contribute to having a successful prep. One, having a really successful off season, getting my food up really nice and high, getting a decent amount of muscle mass on me in that off season. Been super productive. And then also my stable lifestyle now just allows for me to add something in like a prep. Cool. On that note, I also feel like not only have I had a stable life, had a really good off season, but I feel like that's with my mindset and my choice of doing hard things. When I know something, when something is hard, when something presents itself to me as hard, or if I do feel myself making up an excuse or something like that, I know my mentality with that is I run towards it because I know that that's where the growth really happens. Doing it on that hard day, doing it in that hard moment, doing that hard thing, that is where confidence is built. That is where the growth really happens. And I think having that mentality going into something like a prep has been really, really eye-opening and has absolutely made all the difference in this prep. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will try again to be as consistent as possible with these. Honestly, my intention behind starting YouTube was to just document my journey so I can look back on it. So the more it grows, the more I suppose I realize that people actually want to see this. So please, if you do like my videos, tell me below because it will keep me going. It's something that I am just doing purely for my own personal sort of reflection. So it would be really cool to know that it also benefits you guys. All right, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment below, and I will see you hopefully next week with another video.